guys, welcome to Mail Time Monday. We have mail. Yep, I've got some very happy mail. And I shall just cover the relevant, important stuff up. And look, guys, it's from Hannah over at the Corner of Craft. Now, I am well aware that some of you guys will probably not be familiar with Hannah, although I have, quite a while ago, done a mail time video when I bought some yarn from Hannah. But I couldn't resist this. I had to have it. I found Hannah on YouTube. Oh my gosh, what seems like many moons ago now, when I used to do bead weaving. You know, sewing with teeny tiny little seed beads and a teeny tiny needle and thread and what have you. And I was watching beading videos, obviously, predominantly American ones, because they all just seem to be American beaders. And Hannah suddenly popped up on my, at the sidebar down YouTube, on YouTube, when you're watching a video, it says you may be interested in these. One specific thing that I was making, Hannah had made one as well. A video that I was watching on how to make a specific thing, Hannah had made one as well, so it suggested her video, so I popped over to have a look, and I was like, oh, yay, someone from the UK, which made a huge it were a huge deal back then, because predominantly all the beaders I found were either, I think a couple of them are Russian, 2 Polish ones, and then the rest of them are all American. So it made a really nice, refreshing change to find someone that was English. Now, at the time, Hannah was living in Germany with her then boyfriend. She's now married him. But she was living in Germany with her boyfriend. And, yeah, he had work over there. He used to be a teacher. So, they moved over there together. And Hannah, for reasons of her own, couldn't get a job over there. She can speak German, but couldn't get a job over there, so she decided to start a YouTube channel, although she previously already had one anyway, she says in her videos, but she decided to try and make a go of this YouTube channel. She did all sorts, but she did bead weaving as well. So I watched her bead weaving videos, although there were only a few. Whilst watching them, I loved her that much. I just love her personality. She's amazing. I went back and I watched all of her other videos, and then I followed her. I stalked her, more like. No, I followed. Didn't stalk, I followed. I followed her all the way through, and I have done for for all the years after. We are talking probably, I'd say probably 4, maybe 5 years, at least. Possibly longer. Anyway, I followed her from a long time ago, when she was doing beading, and then from there she started doing knitting and crochet videos. And although I don't knit and I don't crochet, I can't crochet, I still loved watching her, because I just love her really upbeat, bubbly personality. So, and of course she was from the UK, although living in Germany at the time. She was from the UK, so I had to watch her, I had to support her. So yeah, I watched her videos religiously. And yeah, this was way before I got into the journaling community world. So I followed Hannah more than the other beaders, although she wasn't doing beading then, but I still watched the beading videos, but I still watched Hannah. And I watched her go from, doing planner videos, like plan with me, planner style videos, to hair dye video, like make your own hair dyes and dye your hair, makeup tutorials. She's been through it all. And then, like I said, knitting and crochet, beading, obviously, knitting and crochet videos, to then deciding to branch out and dye her own yarn in different colourways, inspired by Dungeons and Dragons characters. So yeah, she's always been known as the Corner of Craft, but then I can't remember how long ago it were, but she then kind of has another section to her business, which is also now known as Chromatic yarns. And yeah, she's amazing. They are amazing. Hannah's amazing. And like I said, she now has a business dedicated to dyeing yarn, hand dyeing her own yarn, and making stitch markers from beads. So she's incorporated the bead weaving into her business in way of making little characters. There's cups, there's chicks, there's sheep, there's gingerbread men at Christmas, and you know, gingerbread houses and all that sort of thing. There's loads and loads of different things that she makes with seed beads, and then she sells them as stitch markers, so then she can incorporate that into the knitting and crochet community as well. So I think that's really cool. Yeah, and anyway, apart from the stitch markers, which also can be used as earrings, because she uses them, she puts them onto earring findings so that it's easier to knit and crochet around, or progress keepers as some people call them. We predominantly call them stitch marker. I know them as stitch markers, but some people call them progress keepers. But yeah, so like I said, she does that. And then I watched her go from, and she still does that now, but then I watched her brave into the world of vlogging, which she already kind of did anyway, but then she started doing it a little bit more often, and it was like, oh, I love this, please keep it going. She started doing podcasts, which were great, because I could just sit and listen. I could sit and watch her, but I could also sit and listen to Hannah all day long. And then she decided to do Vlogmas. Now, I never even knew Vlogmas was a thing until Hannah did it. So I think it was the year after. I think she'd done it the first year, and then the second year that Hannah decided to do it was when I thought, I'll be brave and I'll give it a go. And I did my very first ever Vlogmas, which was mainly, it was, you know, it's still there up on the channel, but back then I wasn't a very big channel, and it was mainly for family. You know, a bit of fun for family. And yeah, my daughter got involved in it. Taylor, I think Taylor were in a few, I don't know. Tater Pie featured in one for the very first, you know, he made his very first YouTube debut in person in that Vlogmas series. Yeah, but it was fun. It was really good fun. I was terrified all the way through, but it was really good fun. And Hannah was the one that inspired me to do that. So I watched her Vlogmas videos alongside doing my own. You will you probably won't know, because you know, I'm guessing that you probably don't know of Hannah or follow her, but if you go and watch some of her Vlogmas videos and then watch my first lot of Vlogmas videos and some of the second ones, last year's, you'll see that they're not based on hers, but heavily inspired by her videos. I didn't copy them outright, but I used a lot, like in different videos I used some of the kind of techniques that Hannah was using and what have you. But yeah, so all those of you that did watch the first lot of Vlogmas that I did, and then begged and bugged me last year to do Vlogmas, when I said I don't know whether or not I will, you know, you guys have Hannah to thank for that, because if it wasn't for Hannah doing hers, I probably wouldn't have done my first one, which you guys love so much you asked for a second one. And this year, I've already been asked, I know it's only March, but I've already been asked already, will you be doing Vlogmas again this year? And the answer to that will be, oh yes, we will, because fingers crossed, we should be somewhat back to a form of normality by Christmas this year, with regards to family get together and that sort of thing. So yes, I will be doing Vlogmas again this year for the third year running. Oh, wow. But yeah, so, you know, apart from you guys have Hannah to thank, I also have Hannah to thank. So thank you, Hannah. And this Happy Mail, I purchased it. She didn't send it for free. I did purchase it. But this Happy Mail is actually kind of stemmed from her last Vlogmas videos, because Hannah loves tea. It is no secret, Hannah loves her tea. Cups of tea. And you know, she's actually affiliated with Bird and Blend. But yeah, so throughout Vlogmas last year, and I actually think she's said it in previous vlogs as well, but I can't remember, like before she did Vlogmas last year, she actually uses quite a lot throughout the video. She's like, oh, I could do with a brew, let's go make a cup of tea. Well, in Vlogmas, when she did it last year, it featured in almost every video. It was like, let's go make a cup of tea. So that were great. It became kind of, oh, that's Hannah's new slogan type thing. And then she decided after Christmas that she was going to carry on the vlogging. After the Vlogmas, Christmas Vlogmases, she decided, I'm going to carry on vlogging. Because we all know that lockdown's been quite lonely for people, and Mario, or now husband, Mario's at work all day, and, you know, she enjoyed vlogging because we all kind of did the vloggy check-in at the end and stuff like that, where we've been doing such thing and blah blah. So she decided at the beginning of the year to carry on, and she now puts 3 vlogs a week up, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And it was really funny because the first one that she did after Christmas, I mean, I watch her every day. When she did Vlogmas every day, I watched her every day. And then when she did the first normal vlog after Christmas, I got through the whole video and I was like, she didn't say let's go make a cup of tea. Why did she not say that? So vloggy check-in, I'm like, vloggy check-in, Hannah, I was so waiting throughout the whole video for you to say let's go make a cup of tea, and you didn't. Please, it doesn't feel right. So yeah, so now she actually picked up on it and mentioned it in one of her other videos, and then she's like, yep, so now she's gone back to saying let's go make a cup of tea in her videos. And I was so excited when she did this. My phone's buzzing like crazy and I don't know the number, so I'll wait for voicemail and then I'll ring back, or they will ring me back, one or the other. Yeah, let me get in it. There we go. She mentioned in her video that not just me, a few subbies of hers had said, what happened to the let's go make a cup of tea? So she now says it in every single vlog. It is so funny. Now, there you go. Bird and Blend Tea Company. What's this one? Spreading happiness, reimagining tea. One cup of happiness within. Oh, new house blend. Okay. Now, I forgot to message her and tell her that I don't like tea and not to put a tea bag in. She does give everybody a free tea bag in their orders, and I forgot to message and tell her not to send one, but I'll give it a go. Like I said, I don't like tea, but I will give it a go. But yeah, so she mentioned in one of her vlogs a few weeks back that she was having some new enamel pin badges made up. And I'm pretty sure you can guess which one I got. Oh my god. Let's go make a cup of tea. I had to. I just had to. I really, really had to. But yeah, so there you go, guys. You know, I have, like I said, I have bought yarn from Hannah previously, her own hand-dyed yarn, as I said. But I couldn't actually knit with it. I really struggled with it. I don't know why. I'm not that great anyway. I don't know why. So it sat in my box for ages doing nothing. And then I eventually, just before Christmas, gifted it to my friend Karen over at While Darcey Sleeps, who makes crocheted children's toys, CE tested for safety. I gifted it to her and she loved it. So yeah, I'm glad it went to a good home. But yeah, and in the meantime, like I said, I like supporting my fellow small business member, like small businesses and friends, and yeah, I class Hannah as one of my friends, although we don't really converse on a one-to-one basis apart from on vloggy check-in and stuff like that. I still consider Hannah as a friend. But yeah, I mean, we have actually, I'm saying we don't converse on a one-to-one personal basis. We have when she's done live videos before, you know, so I watch them quite often when she does them. But I had to have this as soon as she showed it off. She did another one for the sock down lockdown. She's currently doing a cal, which is short for knit along, and she's doing a sock down lockdown cal, as I said, knit along, where you can knit a pair of socks. I believe it's a pair of socks. I'm not sure if it could be anything, but it's definitely a pair of socks anyway. and, you know, you get entered into a competition. Well, you get entered into a draw at the end. And yeah, and there's quite some I forgot what they are now actually, but there's quite some amazing prizes up for grabs with that. So I'll, you know, as always, I'll link to all the relevant stuff below. But yeah, in the meantime, like I said, I just had to get myself one of these. So yeah, she did the lockdown sockdown enamel pin badge as well, but I had to have this one. And I love it. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it were going to be. Don't know why. But yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Even though I don't like tea, I just love it. So yeah, in my own little way, I feel like I have done my bit to help support Hannah and her small business. And it makes me feel really good. So yeah, there you go. There's her website, thecornerofcraft.co.uk, and you can find her all over social media. She is predominantly active on Instagram, YouTube 3 days a week. She's most active on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She is active on Facebook, but you'll find her more active on Instagram, and she's on Pinterest. But yeah, but like I said, if you want to see her in action more, check out Instagram and check out her Instagram stories. I think she posts to Instagram almost every single day. Not sure about Facebook. I think she might do like I do, and I think she only posts. She is active on Facebook because, you know, she's answered a few of my comments and that sort of thing. But she might do like I do. I think she posts to Instagram first, which then gives the option to post to Instagram to post to Facebook for you. A lot of people do that. So, but like I said, she does reply. Not to every comment, but sometimes she will reply on Facebook. But yeah, she's mostly active on Instagram and YouTube. But there you go, guys.